Let's talk about why I love to fish. Well, you know, a big piece of it, probably because it's nostalgic for me, reminds me of times that I got to go fishing with my dad and my grandfather, who passed away when I was young, but all my memories with my grandfather, we had a rod in our hand, and that's great. You know, it's real peaceful being out on the water, having it nice and calm, watching the sunrise, not having to answer anybody, having no responsibilities, just being very relaxed, you know. It's a great experience. It's almost spiritual because you got this plane of water that you can't see through, and you just have to have faith that there's fish on the other side of that water and you won't go nuts. You know, to be a fisherman, you have to be an eternal optimist. My friends will ask me all the time, hey, you know, I'll invite them to go fishing and say, is the fishing going to be good? I'll be like, hell yeah, the fishing's going to be good. The fishing's going to be great. The weather's perfect. It's overcast, a little bit of rain. The fishing's going to be great. My friend will say, that's what you said last time. I was wrong last time, but this time it'll be great. And next time I'll tell them, oh, it'll be great. The sun's high in the sky. You know, it's hot. It's winter. It's perfect. And he'll say, last time you said it had to be overcast. Nah, the conditions are right. It'll be great. You really have to be an optimist to be a fisherman. But probably what I like most about fishing is when the fish on. You've been fishing all day long. You haven't caught anything, or you've caught a bunch or whatever, and you get that hook set, and it's game on. It's get the net! Get the net! You know? It's yeah! Yeah! You're pulling in this fish. You don't know how big it is. You don't know what it's going to do. Maybe you're seeing it jump. Maybe you're not. Maybe you pull it up into the boat and you got a little 4-inch fish. But yeah, you got that hook bite, you know? Probably the best hook sets are hook sets that you get when you've been fishing way too long without a bite. And those bites are the one that's worth it. You know, I do a lot of fishing. I can go out and I can catch. I can catch whenever I want, wherever I want. But, you know, some of my friends will get on me a little bit because we'll go on trips and we won't do a lot of catching. And they'll say, well, you know, so-and-so can catch fish. But once the fishing gets easy, I change it up. I mean, the bite is so much more exciting when you've really had to work for it, you know? So that's, it's an adrenaline. It's a rush. And you know, I'm the guy on the end of the pier. You go out to the pier and it'll be a hot day and nobody's catching anything. You're looking up and down the pier. There's, you know, the pier's just lined up with people and nobody's catching anything. And I'll be off the end just pulling in fish, just catching them. Why? Well, I downsize. Nobody's catching anything. I at least have to put something on the pier. So I'm downsizing. I'm using sabiki rigs. I'm doing whatever. I'm pulling sheep's head off the pylons while everybody's casting out. And on the flip side, you go out to the pier and everybody's catching them. I'm the one sitting on the end of the pier with my big rods out, waiting for the big bite. Why? Everybody's catching. It's no fun if everybody's catching. You got to be doing something different. You got to be doing something impressive. So I'm out there, I'll catch myself a little bit of bait fish, put a 12-inch whiting on there, and just wait for that rod to bend over and just shock the hell out of everybody that there's 5- and 6-foot sharks right with them while they're swimming. I'm that kind of fisherman. I'm never doing what everybody else is. Never. I like to make weird baits that people pick on me for. I throw baits that are out of season. You know, throwing top water when the bite is slow, that's not what you're supposed to do, but that's what I do because you get the big strikes like that. You know, I come up with baits that I'll use a DD22 deep diver with a 4-foot leader and a spinning bait behind it. I've never seen anybody else throw that, but it gets my spinning bait down there deep. Or I'll put blades on my on my crankbaits. Most people I fish with think I'm crazy, but it's fun and I catch fish. You know, am I adaptable? Yeah, I'm adaptable. I have fished so many different types of fishing that you really can't surprise me. I'm sorry, you can't surprise me. I've done it. And, you know, I've used surf rods for catching largemouth in lakes. And I've used bass rods for catching, you know, 50-pound jacks. I've done it all. And having all that experience is a great way to be sure that when the bite gets tough, I have a huge arsenal of techniques that'll get me bit.